The metagame has stabilized around EX powerhouses. Darkrai, Arceus, Mewtwo, and Giratina are everywhere, and their HP stats hit 140 and 150. With Giant Cape in the mix, the HP cap most decks hit is 170. Unsurprisingly, Red has turned out to be the most meta-defining supporter card of the expansion. With a red boost, Giratina's Chaotic Impact attack paired with Darkrai's Nightmare Aura ping lead to a total of 170 damage. This is a big reason as to why this combination is so popular, as most EX Pokemon succumb to this kind of hit. Venusaur is built different. With 190 HP, there isn't a meta-relevant deck that can reliably one-shot him. On top of that, Venusaur's Giant Bloom attack is an amazing counter to Darkrai's ability, allowing us to heal off the 20 damage pings. This metagame is low-key perfect for Venusaur EX, and with the new trainer card IONO, Venusaur is better than he's ever been. Today's deck is an upgraded version of my Venusaur Leafeon list. While we are running a combination of stage 1 and 2 evolutions, a full set of IONO elevates the deck's consistency to a whole new level. The game plan is simple. Send EV to the front line, evolve into Leafeon, and use Forest Breath to enable Solar Beam, and then enable Venusaur to come in right after. Once Venusaur is online, you can sit back and enjoy your enemy's despair as they desperately attempt to pivot around our chonky plant dino, trying to find a way to knock him out that quite simply doesn't exist. Darkrai's pings will be nullified, Misty high rolls will be dismissed, and fighting type decks will be bullied. We play Inbred Eevee not only because his face is funny, but also because quick attack flipping heads into Leafeon's Solar Beam allows us to 2-hit KO Pokemon like Druddigon. Since we run 10 Pokemon, our deck space is quite limited, but we can still manage to squeeze in a Giant Cape so that our Venusaur's HP caps over 200, and one copy of Cyrus to make sure that those stupid basic EXs do not get to run away. This deck performed exceptionally for me on Ranked, and is a prime example of how once a metagame stabilizes, the card pool allows for you to find an old forgotten gem who can absolutely thrive in it. Click on the link in the description down below to head on over to Tactor.com where you can find all of my decks. What Pokemon should I build around next? You decide. Leave a comment down below and we'll see what we can do. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. We post Pokemon Pocket decks here daily. Have a solid day, enjoy the games, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, here we go. Let's play some Venusaur. Going second against water. We do have the EV lead, which is ideal. Ivysaur and Venusaur in hand. We're just missing Bulbasaur here. And this quick attack could one-shot the Magikarp. There's several reasons to play Eevee in the meta. I mean, it's not like I had a Magikarp lead in mind when I chose this one, but, you know, stuff like being able to 2-hit KO Druddigon 50% of the time is really nice. I mean, we just don't have a game move flip. Yeah. Normally I wouldn't leave a game in like this on a video because it's not really a game, but yeah, let's lead off with this. That's a good reason to play this Eevee. Round 2. Okay, we go second again against fighting. All right, we got a Bulbasaur lead here. What about a turn 1 Mars, but I'm gonna keep the other one here in hand. Against Lucario, it's all about building up Venusaur, really. So I think I'm gonna use this Bulbasaur to buy some time. And just focus on building up the Bulbasaur in the back. We're gonna go for the Professor's Research here. Because we already have Ivysaur, so we can take this approach. There's Leafeon and Eevee, okay. Let's drop Eevee, let's drop Bulbasaur. Now things change, because if I get the Leafeon online, I can start ramping a lot faster. So I'm going to place the energy onto this Bulbasaur so that I can retreat into the Leafeon and start pumping it up, threatening them. I can sponge the initial hit from this. Okay, they just bring a Lucario effective immediately, though. But this Bulbasaur not being damaged is really nice. Okay, they IONO us. Okay, that's annoying. Ivysaur, IONO. Yeah, no, that IONO really messed with us. Okay, how do we adjust from this? How do we adjust here? We evolve this Ivysaur, and I think we go for our own IONO. Trying to find Leafeon. There we go. Crisis averted. And we Forest Breath onto the Ivysaur in the back. Counter their IONO with our own IONO. IONO, man. Do they have X speed is the question, because if they do, they can apply a lot of pressure onto this Leafeon. But I can one-shot the Lucario, so I can just focus on building up the Ivysaur in the back. I need to find Venusaur, though. And this professor's research can help us do just that, because if they pivot into the, that's like 50, 70 damage, unless they have like a red on top of this. I don't want to, I already have the 4 basics, so this Pokeball doesn't really do anything, so in case I draw into another IONO, I'm going to keep it in hand. Unless they have a red. If they have a red, they can one-shot my Leafeon here, but I'm gonna hope that's not the case. So Pokemon communication, they go for now. They should wait until the next turn to do it. Rampardos is obviously a threat, but if I can preserve my Leafeon, it's not over. Double Pokeball. So this is basically, I found all of my basics already. So I need that second IONO to just like redo this hand completely. They cannot attack with anything else here. But it does make us vulnerable to like a Sabrina. Like if they want to send in Rampardos, like all their Pokemon have retreat cost of 1. So I can just use my Leafeon offensively here. Says my Venusaur is already ready, because I don't want it to take a hit from Rampardos. And I don't have to use my Erica here, because these two cannot attack. Only the Rampardos can. So I'm going to preserve the Erica in hand. I'm just going to attack with the Leafeon without healing it. Because even if I heal it, the Headbutt with Lucario still knocks me out anyways. And this current board state, I want to force the Rampardos in. Because the moment the Rampardos comes in, I win. And if they don't evolve it, I win too, basically. Like, forcing this Rampardos here is huge. If they were to Rampardos Sabrina me, I send in the Bulbasaur, and then I Erica the Leafeon in the back. And they still need to place 2 energy on those. So that was the winning play right there. Staying with the Leafeon in, because if I bring in my Venusaur early, normally against Lucario decks, that just means GG, because Lucario cannot deal with Venusaur. It's a very, very good matchup. But with Rampardos in the mix, and them finding the pieces so fast for it, if I kill the Sudowoodo, trying to preserve my Leafeon alive with the Venusaur, Rampardos comes in and deals like 150 damage, and I don't one-shot it back. Even with a super effective hit, I do not one-shot it back, so it actually beats me. And then my Leafeon gets easily disposed of after. Like, I can't tank 2 hits from Rampardos. So, you know, seeing that board state, realizing that they have no way to attack besides the crown, is just leave Leafeon in. And then let Venusaur come in after, and that's just absolute checkmate. Every decision in Pokemon Pocket, it's a simple game, but every decision carries huge weight. And there's more to, you know, sequencing than meets the eye. And here I am rambling about it. Round 3. All right, what do we got now? Well, go in second again. Against Darkness, okay. We do have the EV lead. That is amazing. This is a very promising hand because we have the Ivysaur already. We have a Pokeball, Professor's Research, and IONO in case I need to really dig for the Venusaur. And Venusaur matches up really well into Darkrai. Obviously, Giratina makes things a little bit different here. Let's see if they find it. They do find it. All right. There's the Leafeon. I have IONO, so I'm going to Professor's Research before I Pokeball because I really want to enhance my chances of finding Bulbasaur. Now I guarantee it. Because of the decision, now we guarantee it. We place the Bulbasaur here. Energy on to Eevee. I could have preserved everything in hand here to play around the Sabrina. But it's always about like that Mars that could be looming there. So I don't want to see Mars, I don't want to see Sabrina. Maybe I should have just kept the Bulbasaur in hand to play around it, to be honest. But nothing happens. Never punished. We have everything. We have literally everything. Only Sabrina punishes us here, so I'm going to drop this other Eevee as well to protect against that. Even though that could leave us vulnerable later down the line. I haven't even researched. What the hell? There's Cyrus, there's Erica. Beautiful. Energy onto Leafeon. Forest Breath. As we threaten to 2 KO this Darkrai. And we protect against Sabrina now. Even though we do open ourselves up for Sabrina in the endgame by doing this. But I want to guarantee the kill on this Darkrai. And if they Sabrina me, my Ivysaur has too high of a retreat cost. So I could technically have delayed the Ivysaur evolution, to be honest. There's one potion, they still go down. They must have another one. Unless they're not factoring in the super effective hit. Okay, well, Giratina's gonna come in and just gonna... Well, not even necessarily get a kill, to be honest. Unless they read me. So I'm going to force that out of them. I'm going to Erica here. Force them to have red. And blow this Darkrai back. This feels like an easy win at this point. Because even if they do have red, I mean, the combination of red and Sabrina is dangerous. So I may be compelled to go for IONO to evolve into the other Leafeon. So that I'm not vulnerable. Another Darkrai into Dawn could be a thing here. They need red. They have red, okay. I need to not die to a Sabrina. So I have to IONO here. I have to IONO to not succumb to it and find the Leafeon. That's the play here. Leafeon? Oh, we don't even need to. We don't even need to. Oh, thank goodness. We were vulnerable there. That's the problem. Like, we're playing around early game Sabrina to slow us down, but then but that's why double IONO allows this deck to flow so well. Energy on to Venusaur. Razor Leaf. We got Cyrus in case this thing wants to retreat. They need a crazy amount of healing here. Still need more than that. Ideal 100. They've already played a potion. They misused the potion. If they had double potion here, then that misplay cost them the game. But it seems like they may just try to pivot into the other one, but we have Cyrus. And honestly, like, Cyrus just allows us to win the game right here and then, but it's not like It's not like we couldn't win without it. You know, it just essentially accelerates the inevitable. Man, I'm all about that. I do like accelerating inevitability. Specifically when it benefits me. Get your ass back over here. Where do you think you're going? No. Running away is not allowed. You want to play your legendary Pokemon? Then fight with them. Out of my face. Yeah, I'd argue like the Darkrai matchup is definitely it's pretty solid. You know, things can go quite differently though. Like we can go first, and we can like struggle to find our pieces, right? They don't have to do that. They just like that's the strength of those decks, right? They don't need to find pieces to, you know, enable their powerful attackers. That's why a double copy of IONO really helps the deck's consistency, right? Because if we manage to find Leafeon and Venusaur EX, we don't need that many trainer cards in order to win. Like the combination of these two Pokemon on the field is extremely powerful. So I think IONO is a phenomenal addition to the archetype. Round 4. Wow, we're just going second every game today. And I'm not complaining. I am complaining about this Bulbasaur lead, though. I would love for it to be Eevee instead, but, you know, you can't have everything. Manaphy could get out of hand really fast. Right now, we want to find that Eevee. Okay, they have the Palkia. Oh, God, stop. I hate this card with every fiber in my being. Did they just, like... Yeah, that is disgusting. That is just absolutely disgusting. I'm going to go for the research first, because I really want to enhance my chances of finding this Eevee. And I find everything. Eevee here. I think we want to place the energy on to you to be able to pivot. God, that's annoying. I hate that card so much. And like Team Rocket Grunt is nowhere near as bad for me because Team Rocket Grunt doesn't accomplish this proactive nonsense. Okay, so let's go for the research again. Build up our hand so that IONO can achieve great things. We have another Pokeball there, so we definitely want to be going for IONO next turn. We want to pivot here, bring in Leafeon. Energy on to Leafeon, Forest Breath onto the Bulbasaur. Preserve everything else in hand. Spread out. We enable the Solar Beam potentially if we need to, if they get greedy. But they should just bring in Palkia. This is so stupid though, the fact they're able to bring Palkia so early like this. Hopefully they don't get another heads here. I'm bound for tails. Come on. Oh, God, come on, bro. Oh my goodness, seriously. I could Airgut to try to get out of range and put a giant cape. Or I could just go for the IONO and try to build a Venusaur in the back. This banks things on a 50-50. But the problem is Venusaur can take a lot of damage afterwards, but I think I just have to go with the Venusaur route, to be honest. I have to go for the IONO. Just really shuffle everything around to find the Ivysaur. And bring in the Venusaur. Hopefully they don't find like a... Yeah, that's fine. I took kill this no matter what anyways. Yeah, at least they didn't find other Pokemon, so it's been balanced by that. But that double heads Misty opener is so obnoxious. They get the kill on this, and now it's all in with Venusaur. We want to draw into our Ericas again. We need to draw into Erica again. So I may go for the IONO again to hunt for that. I played one Pokeball. Yeah, let's evolve first. And let's IONO once more. To search for Erica. There we go. We find the Erica. Very nice. We can't place that Eevee. Stop. Tails for oh my goodness. Stop with that garbage. Absolute garbage. Oh my goodness, okay. Well, we got a lot of healing to do. I'm not vulnerable to Sabrina after this, so now I can play Eevee. This was probably a mistake, because I need the cape now to not die to a... this is probably a mistake. This is definitely a mistake. Oh, man, I want to undo this. Oh, no. I need the cape. I need the cape. I mean, unless it's at the very bottom of my deck, I should draw it. No, there's a problem. If they have Sabrina, this is a massive problem. Oh, crap. I think I may have jumped the gun here. Tilted by this Misty nonsense. Oh, man, this may have been a throw. Honestly, this may have been a throw. Come on, cape. Okay, this should be another Bulbasaur. So now the odds of me drawing a cape are like... I just need them to not have it. Crap, I wanted to play that in case I needed... I don't know why. In case I had to pivot into this attacker, but I think this was just a dumb play. Don't have Sabrina, please. Don't have Sabrina. Oh my goodness, don't have Sabrina. Please, I'm begging you. Oh my goodness, I threw so hard. I threw so hard. Okay, they have red. They have red. Do they have double red? I mean, there's no way around this. I have to Giant Bloom and hope they don't have it. They don't have the second red. Oh, God. I mean, if they have red, they would play it immediately. A lot of people don't run double red, but this deck has so many basics that, you know, it definitely has the space for a lot of cards. No, you don't run from me. No. No, I got Cyrus. Just don't red card me or some weird shit. Articuno one turn away from killing me, but my boy is thick! Venusaur! This Leafeon was a mistake, okay? I admit it. My boy! Let's go! Let's go! Oh! God, that felt good. Beating a double heads Misty nonsense turn one. I hate that. I hate that so much. It's like still the worst aspect of this game. And we overcome it because not everything was great for them RNG wise because they couldn't find the other basics. So they just had that Palkia in there, but oh my goodness, I definitely that was a bad play, like playing that Eevee in the back. At that point, just leave Venusaur on the front and just go for that. Because otherwise, like a Sabrina would have ended us there. So I did make a big mistake there, and it's important to acknowledge it, because in a lot of situations, I could have lost the game there. Never punished. All right, we're 4-0 in ranked with Venusaur. How about we make it 5? Darkness, we have the Eevee, and we have the Bulbasaur, and double IONO. Only one is really relevant, because the moment we play one, the other one gets shuffled anyways. But this is solid. This is a solid hand. As they have a Darkrai going second. Okay. I don't want to develop this Bulbasaur yet because I don't want them to turn one Sabrina me. There's always the threat of something like Mars. But still, a lot of people still don't play it. There's the Giratina. They're going to start pumping both up. And we are quite simply going to evolve into Leafeon and set up the Bulbasaur in the back. Here we go. We play Pokeball here, thin the deck out of a basic, but we keep it in hand for IONO. Forest Breath onto the Venusaur in the back. Now, here's the question here is, do we go for the IONO now? Because the thing is, we're gonna need the Erica. We're gonna need the Erica, so I'm gonna keep my hand as it is. We are gonna need the Erica for this Darkrai ping, because even with a red, as long as they don't Rocky Helmet here, we won't be one hit KO'd by this. We Pokeball once more. Keeping those Pokemon in hand for IONO. We put the energy onto you. We Forest Breath onto you. We Erica. And Solar Beam. Putting our opponents in a conundrum here. Because if they attack with the Darkrai, they lose the Darkrai, and they also don't get to attack with the Giratina next turn. Which is very relevant. If they were to Sabrina my Bulbasaur, then I have to play the other Bulbasaur, and I have to IONO to hunt for the cape so that I don't die to a red boosted Giratina attack. But as you can see, Leafeon matches up really well into Darkrai leads, whether you're going first or second. Yep, they're enabling that instead. Letting this go, and we have to build up the Venusaur. Effective immediately. So, Professor's Research. We haven't played a single one. IONO will draw us 4 cards, but we'll shuffle 4 back in the deck. Professor's Research will draw us 2 from 9. We need to find either a cape or the Ivysaur, so I'm gonna go for the IONO. Okay. Okay. Sabrina's still a threat. Because I don't have a giant cape, so I need them to not Sabrina me here. Sabrina this turn would be devastating. Have they played? They haven't played a single Professor's Research. There's still half of their deck left. I need them to not have drawn Sabrina here. Okay, they don't need red anymore. Just don't Sabrina, please. Don't Sabrina. I beg you. I'm begging you. Don't Sabrina me. Don't Sabrina me. Oh God, don't have it. They ping first. No Sabrina. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Glorious. I don't care if they have red anymore. That's the beauty of Venusaur in this meta. The meta revolves around Pokemon around this HP stat: 140, 150, capping out at 170. My heart skipped there for a moment because I thought for a moment that I lost, like that I forgot about an earlier kill that they got or something, some weird shit like that. But the IONO was everything here, as we get to find Venusaur thanks to it, and hit this with a Giant Bloom, forcing it to retreat. No amount of healing could put them out of range here. And our Venusaur will undo the Darkrai pings. The entire meta revolves around Pokemon around this HP with red. But Venusaur is thicker. Venusaur does not factor into these equations. A lot of the decks are hard designed to be able to one-shot Pokemon like these, but they cannot one-shot Pokemon like Venusaur. Even with a red boost here, getting its power up to 150, we still have 20 HP to survive. They cannot attack us here under any circumstance. But their Darkrai is also not ready, and if it comes in, I'm going to nuke it as well. They got to run. They have no choice but to run here. But all these Darkrai pings, I'm undoing them with my Giant Bloom healing. I don't even need Erica here. And the moment I draw Cyrus, it's over. I kind of want to, like... Honestly, I really want to hunt for that Cyrus, so I'm going to go for the IONO again. Cape will do. Giant Bloom, baby. We 2-hit KO everything, regardless of healing. Our attack is just strong enough to enable that. And our bulk protects us. I love this Pokemon. I love Venusaur. Like, Bulbasaur is my favorite starter. Like, right after that is Greninja. Like, I love the Venusaur evolution line. Bulbasaur is like... Just look at him. It's gorgeous. And I love the strategy in Pokemon Pocket. I'm a Venusaur addict. And it just matches up really well. Really well into what we're seeing in ranked. Like, this Pokemon is very underplayed right now. And as you can see, we have a 5-win streak, ladies and gentlemen. 5-game win streak with Venusaur. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Really, really good showcase of just how good this Pokemon is in this metagame environment. And, you know, a good reason to play him. IONO just makes the deck so much better because it's not just about finding the pieces for Venusaur. It's about hunting for the Leafeon piece as well. And it's also, like, in the end game, hunting for the specific, like, supporter cards. Either Erica or Cyrus. It just... Oh, it's so good in the deck. It's crazy. Try it out. You won't be disappointed. Have a solid day. Hope you enjoyed the games. Leave a like if you did. I'll see you guys tomorrow.